I've been filming and editing videos since I was 12 years old. And today we're digging up the stuff that I prayed would never see the light of day. So as you can already tell, we'll be reacting to my childhood edits and we'll be surviving the cringe together. If some of you think that I'm really good at making videos, this is literally a proof that no one is born with it. And everything is achieved throughout many failures, a lot of repetition, and just learning the skill. I really don't want to do this, but I think it's gonna be funny. And I think it's gonna give you a nice contrast where everything started. So the first video that we'll be reacting to is the oldest video that I was able to find. It's not my first video, but it's old. It's 12 years ago. It was shot on iPhone 4. So yeah, I think let's just jump straight to it and see what happens. So it was a downhill, some kind of a downhill competition in my home country, in my home city in 2012. And this was shot on iPhone 4 and it was edited on Premiere Pro. However, it wasn't edited well. Let's just watch it, yeah?
It's like gold dust, see me coming through your speaker. You see me mashing up your airwaves. I know you can't get enough of my sound. Gold dust.
Filmed and edited by Elvinus. If no one knows, Elvinus is my full name. Elvinus makes sense, yeah? So, yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? To be honest, you know what? The idea of the edit could work if executed properly, but yeah, I was filming with iPhone 4. I didn't know how to edit. I kinda knew a couple effects, and you can see those effects are continuously shown in this video. So I knew how to make a black screen, cut in between the clips. One thing I'll tell myself, I always was able to cut on the beat, which doesn't save anything in this scenario, but I mean, it worked for me in the end, you know. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's a disgusting video. Terrible purple on everything. I think I just found mid-tone shadows and highlights and I just put purple on all three. It looks like that, at least. Obviously, I had no idea what color grading is. I had nothing, no idea about how to film it properly. I was filming ground half of the time. You can't even see the rider properly. Yeah, it's bad. It's simply bad. But this is the oldest video that I was able to find of my own creations. So the second video is gonna be the very first time lapse that I tried. And this is 11 years ago. This video was shot with my very first DSLR camera, which was Canon 600D. So that was my very first camera. And funny story how I got it is I was hit by a car while being a passenger on a moped, and we got a settlement agreement. I got like 6 grand and I bought my camera and my laptop. So my filmmaker career began with me breaking the leg, so I have enough money to fund the craft. Very first time lapse. Let's hit it. The song is good though. Damn. Yo, that hyperlapse at the end hit hard, bro. You'll see a thing with my videos. In every video, I figure out a new effect and I use it throughout the whole video. So in the last one, for example, I knew the black screen, so just put it on every single beat possible. In this video, you can tell I figured out keyframing, and I figured out how to move the picture. I found out about time lapses back then. I watched some videos how to set your camera onto interval shooting, and yeah, I just loved cameras. Composition is terrible. There's literally trash. One of the shot, the night shot, was not even focused. I mean, again, you can't expect too much. In 2013, I was 16 years old, so you have what you have. Okay, so the next video I'm gonna show you is gonna be from the same year, and it's gonna be a very first video that had some kind of a meaning or some kind of a storyline, the first cinematic attempt. And it's me and it's my friend riding a bike. I remember very well when I filmed this video. I thought it was so cool back then. Spoiler alert, it's not cool. Let's watch it, yeah? Yeah, the frame's going down. Keyframing, again, I learned it last time.
Checking out on the prison bus. This is it.
That cut was terrible. It just seemed like his finger disappeared. Okay, yeah. So in this video, I presume I figured out cutting. Using some sound effects. We're getting there. That's cinematic. The leaps was crazy. The song is very good as well. I figured out how to reverse time. Using some of the older effects I learned, yeah, crazy. You can literally see the progress so well. The shakiness. That's probably the most cinematic shot I ever done back then. It has to be. It could even stand the ground today. So one thing I remember about this shoot was I needed to hide the number plates, and god damn, that was hard. I think that day I realized how frustrating and how time-consuming editing will be. Because back then, I guarantee you, the Premiere Pro was not able to track, and I didn't know what After Effects was. I thought that After Effects was used for animations only. I had to hide the number plates and manually move, in every frame, the mask, to a new position, which took forever back then, and still would take long now, but we have options to do that. However, yeah, that day I realized how time-consuming editing is. And you know what? This is definitely the best video what we've seen so far. I was 16, this was my very first year with the DSLR camera. You have what you have. I know that today 16-year-olds kicking my ass even with my level today. So, it's not an excuse that I was 16, so I was shit, but I was shit. So yeah, the next video we're gonna watch is extremely cringy, and I'm participating in it, so I filmed myself, and this was my peak editing back then. This took long ass time to edit. I don't know why, but it did. And for some reason, this video made me cool in school, although it's so cringe, and seeing myself being a kid, and oh man. let's just watch it. So, okay, the idea before we watch it, the idea of this video was to what today is very well known match cuts and changing clothing parts. You know what we do with AI, or you know just matching clips to one to another and just changing clothes. The effect was basically to change clothes, but it was executed terribly. And yeah, let's hit play.
Hi. I'm looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly. 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 Molly.
Oh my God, what's with the face?
Molly. 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 Molly.
Bands all of my dollars, I'm everywhere, it's popping. Can't fall in love, I got options. I'm high school, that's college.
I can't believe that kids back then thought this video was cool and they didn't beat me up in school. But I definitely deserved the beating for the face I pulled in that video. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's not much to talk about it. It's terrible. What the hell was the green and red stripes flashing? Everything else I can kinda let it pass, but what the hell about those green and red stripes flashing? That means nothing. It gives you nothing. It's a terrible effect. Okay, next video. This video is a show reel of my hard-ass work, of my hard-ass videos when I was 16, 15. I think I was 17 in this video when I made this video. So this was done 10 years ago, 17th of May 2014. And this is a show reel, but I called it showroom for some reason. English is not my first language. Yeah, so I called it S Media Showroom. So back then I was S Media. ES is Elvis Stashaitis is my last name. So ES Media, S Media. And it's a show reel of a 16-year-old boy filming in school and shit. And on this video, I figured out what the light leak was. So what do you think I did? I just put it throughout the whole show reel. The light leak is gonna continue throughout the whole video. That was my way of color grading the footage. At least I hit on the beat. Oh man. Quickly, that nail salon and that beauty studio was my very first client. I got paid 50 LUTS, so that's Lithuanian currency. Back in the days, it probably was like $20, something like that. That was my very first paycheck from a video I did. I was a filmmaker in school, so we used to have news and shit like that. That's where all this footage coming from. I used to shoot a lot in school. That's me vaping, 17 years old. Gotta start early. Hey, that's me behind the camera. My teachers, my classmates. Yeah, showroom, facebook.com/smedia. You know what? It's nice to remember, but it's also very cringe, but it's nice to remember. Now what I'm gonna show you is the video that was done not so long ago. So my journey throughout filmmaking is a bit interesting. I started, as I said, when I was 12 years old. I started playing with fingerboards. You know those mini skateboards and you just do tricks with your fingers? So I started playing with those and I figured I want to share some tricks with the people. So I started filming my fingerboarding videos. Then I moved up to skateboarding. We filmed some skating videos. Then, as you saw, the school time came. That's when all those videos that we just watched. And then I became a bartender when I was 18 years old. I started drinking and I forgot about filmmaking for a good couple of years. I moved to UK. and I started picking up videography only in like 2020 really. I was always editing this and that, you know, I was always filming some bits, but I was never taking it too seriously. So when I started in 2020, this video was done in 28th of February in 2020, and it's a video for my friend's e-liquid company, so vape juice. It was filmed with, ooh, which iPhone was it filmed on? It was filmed with 10S and a gimbal, so this is a big step up from Canon 600D enhanced. So that's when I started getting into filmmaking, and since this video, I'm doing it now for 5 years, so this is kind of the new beginning. All right, let's hit play. Also, at that point, I already had my name, Elvis Creative. So 5 years ago, this was the very first video under Elvis Creative name. There's finally some storyline. I'm using sound effects, that's cool. That fly out of screen effect was idiotic. That was a nice transition with a wall shot. Going through people like there is no problem. The whole video doesn't make much sense, but I thought it was cool 5 years ago. Figured out about speed ramping a little bit, but wasn't executed well. However, the transitions used the back. Oh, that's me vaping again. I had to put myself everywhere. That was such a bad ender. What the hell was that? You put a sticker on a parking sign and just leave. The whole video didn't make much sense, but the ender, disgusting. Yeah, so this is the video that I've done 5 years ago. So yeah, that was the natural progress. 12, 13 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And today's video is what I produce for my socials and my YouTube now. I hope you enjoyed this. I thought it was gonna be so cringe, and it was, but I really enjoyed my time watching it back, to be honest, because you forget where you come from usually, and how good you become, because I have a problem validating my own videos. I always think that they are bad because I know it can be done better, and I see the best filmmakers in the world doing their stuff, and I can't compete with them at the moment, and so I think that my video is trash, even if it's made today. But then you watch something 10 years ago and you realize what trash actually is, and today I'm not doing that bad, I think. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it made you laugh at least once. I hope you realize now that everyone starts from shit, from nothing, and everyone needs to build themselves up, so it's not God-given. You don't get the talent from nowhere, you have to learn the skill, so everyone can do it. If I can do it, guys, you can do it. Just don't give up and keep making videos. That's all there is to. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Elvis Creative. Please like this video, share the video with your friends, comment on the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell me which video was the worst from everything that you saw today, and I will see you next Wednesday, 5 p.m. sharp. Peace.
I just been keeping my poise, made by the million but still unemployed. They text me about green but not on Android. She not my shawty, she filling the void.